Okay, so really quick, trying to do this video as fast as possible. If you're looking for how I got my inspiration, how to convince your mom, I used an Ashley Tisdale picture. So that's the first thing. I used an Ashley Tisdale picture. She had a little streak dyed in her hair. I'll explain the way my hair is now at the end of the video. I've had my hair dyed for 4 years, and I've used tons of different dyes, so I'm going to start going through them right now. I get my hair still to this day bleached at a professional salon. So when she bleached it the first time, she used a Redken color that obviously you can't buy if you're not a cosmetologist. So that doesn't really help us. Then the second time, she gave me a color which I've heard you can order online. So I'm going to tell you what it is. It's called Inkworks. It's by Paul Mitchell. And this comes in the hot pink. Pretty much is way brighter than that in real life. The color in the bottle is really bright. What comes out on your hair is pretty bright pink, but it doesn't last very long. You get about a week of good color, then you get this gross fade. To me, gross fade means it turns orange, pretty much. I hate when hair turns orange. My hair is blonde underneath. It was the first time she did it, it was pretty much white. So, and it's been white over white over white for the last 4 years. So, and for it to be orange, I feel like I have to go get it rebleached, which obviously I don't, and I never have, but I just feel like it's dirty. So that's the Paul Mitchell by Inkworks. Didn't really work, didn't really like it. Anyway, so then I went to Sally's Beauty Supply. I still have the tag on it. $6.49 if you can't read that. That's what it says. And I bought the Beyond the Zone, the Pro Formula Color Jams Raspberry Kamikaze. So I figured if I went with a darker color, it would come out darker. It definitely came out darker, but it didn't last any longer. So it looks... that's about right. What's on the camera right now is about the color that is in the bottle. So what came out was obviously a little bit brighter pink, but still really, really purpley. And when it faded, it did fade pretty pink, but it only lasted about 2 weeks, and that was like a week and a half of good color, and then half a week of like fade. So this was a fast fader. If you do want something that fades relatively fast, if you use Pert or Head and Shoulders, pretty much strips it out 1 or 2 washes. It took me 3 days because that's how my washing cycle works. So after that didn't work, I went and bought Manic Panic. And I don't have the bottle for my Manic Panic, but I bought Manic Panic. I bought the little tub thing, and it was horrible. It pretty much instantly washed out as soon as I put it on my hair. The pink matched the pink that was already in my hair pretty much to the T, right? So it was this pink in my hair, faded out to a hot pink color. And then I dyed over it with the Manic Panic hot pink in the tubs, in the pots or whatever, and it was horrible. Waste of my money. I actually took it back. And then I went to Hot Topic, thought, okay, maybe it was a fluke bottle of like the tub Manic Panic, so I bought Manic Panic Amplified in Ultraviolet, and that washed out again instantly. And with purples you get like this nasty gray color. If you want dark purple, it's nasty. If you don't want dark purple, then go buy that color, because that's what you're going to get, is that gray color. The top part of my hair right now is exactly the color that I wanted it to be. It is like really hard to tell the difference between my natural hair and the purple. It's dyed over my brown, actually, because it's such a dark purple color. So I will tell you about that when we get there. But I dyed it a purple color. It turned out gray when it washed out. Even I double dyed it, and it was still like a pastel-y purple. Didn't work. Washed out in about a day. So I bought more dye. So I bought this amazing stuff from Hot Topic. Again, I don't know. I had a lot of faith in the Hot Topic people, but it's raw color, and this color is Fuchsia Fatale. And it's a demi-permanent, which is different than the other two that I've showed you, which are semis. And I believe Manic Panic is also a semi-permanent. This is a demi-permanent, which in these fantasy colors really doesn't make any difference to you, except for this will stay so much longer. This is pretty much the color. The color on the camera is a little bit more purple than what it is in the bottle, which means it's going to come out even pinker than what's in the bottles and on your screen. Trying to figure out that color. Okay, anyway, so this stuff is amazing. This is the brightest fuchsia pink you will find in a dye. You get about 3 weeks of, I would say 2 weeks of good color, a week where you can start to see the fade happening. It fades to like a really bright but babyer pink, and then it gets orange. All hot pinks pretty much fade to orange. It's pretty much what happens. So face it orange. So you get about 3.5 weeks, I'd say, of color before, well, that's including that gross fade. So about 3 weeks of good color. Gross fade, that takes about 3 to 4 days, depending on what kind of shampoos and conditioners you're using to get it out. I don't use a lot of shampoos and conditioners to get it out. I just dyed over it. So if you're looking for shampoos and conditioners to get color out, I would say Head & Shoulders and Pert, because I have done it a couple times when I was trying to get rid of purples and reds and stuff that I accidentally dyed in. So then I went back. It worked so well. I bought this other stuff. I'm going to tell you, this stuff is $12.99 from Hot Topic. I bought this at a different Hot Topic just to see if it was a fluke. So this is the deep purple in the same raw color, same demi-permanent. It looks exactly right on the camera right now. It pretty much looks black in the bottle. And even if I open it, you see how it has like a purple tinge to it? That's exactly what I wanted. So I did use Head & Shoulders once to get it to start to fade. So I did do that. So I did use Head & Shoulders the first time just to wash it out, just so it was kind of more like the color on the bottle. It's a little bit purplier than what's in the bottle looks to you. So I use this. This is bottle number 5. I have another bottle sitting in there. So I've spent $100 or so on this dye alone. And I get about 4 or 5 dye jobs out of a bottle. And I have 2 pretty small pieces. And it's amazing. So if you're going to dye your whole head with this, I would say just buy 2 bottles. And that's probably going to get you like your whole head, depending on how much hair you have and how much of it's bleached and how much dye you use and all those. I would say you definitely are going to need 2 bottles at least for this kind of situation. With this, you don't get as much in the bottle as you do with some other dyes, so but it's worth it. It's worth all $13 to get this stuff. So then I thought it works so well, it stays so well, I'm going to go buy another color and I'm going to do like a rainbow effect, like a light scale, from dark purple all the way to the pinks. So I bought this pink to start going in the middle just to test out. It says, you can see right where it says flamingo pink, right? You see the color on the bottle is kind of orange. So I figured, oh, it's alright, it'll be a little bit pinker, right? I haven't really messed with oranges or reds that much. This is red. Like, if I open it up, you should be able to really, really tell. It is freaking red. And it's going to dye your hair red. I had to use Head & Shoulders for 3 days to get this stuff out, so because I did not want red hair. So if you want red hair, I would suggest this stuff, and I have never used special effects, but I would suggest special effects because I've seen the product of special effects. So this is what I use now. This stuff is amazing. I went to my prom person to get my prom hair done, and she had pink hair, like 2 pieces, both sides. They were white, and then they were dyed pink over. And she said that she got 7 weeks of color before she really started noticing a fade that was gross. So basically it turns to orange after 7 weeks. 7 weeks! We're talking like this stuff, which I spent over $100 on, and for all the dye that I bought for it. I don't get 7 weeks. Like, I get 7 weeks out of almost an entire bottle. An entire bottle. 7 weeks in one dye job? Are you kidding me? That's amazing. Okay, so I went and bought it, and it just kind of happened on a fluke thing that they actually had it where I went. So I was really happy. Horizons Beauty Supply in the mall if you're in California. They have it on the internet everywhere you go. It was $8.65. These didn't have any labels on them, so I would show it to you if I had the label, but I don't have any of the labels. So here we go. I will show you the amazingness. Here is what my hair looks like, okay? So it's that side for you, so this side over here for me. Okay. So this side is hot pink, and it looks so orange on here. I don't know what it is today, why it looks like that, but it doesn't look like that in real life. It's like how the light's shining on it. It's really, really pink. Basically is the story that I'm giving you. It's really, really pink. It's like Post-it pink. It's amazing. It's by far the favorite pink that has resulted for me, and I am a hot pink girl. I'm a snob. Look, my phone is hot pink. See, everything looks so muted on here. This thing is like the brightest fuchsia you can get. I don't know what it is. Anyway, this side is where it gets complicated. So the pink that I use is flamingo pink Punky Color by Jerome Russell. This is a semi-permanent conditioning hair color. Amazing. I use tinfoil to dye my hair, and I just spread it on my hair on the tinfoil, and then I fold the tinfoil up and keep it on my hair. I kept this on my hair for about an hour just because I had the time and I didn't really feel like taking it off. So Punky Color in the Flamingo Pink, 1412 is the color number if you're ordering it on the internet. That is what gets this amazingness right here. And it is so pink. Like, if you have the OtterBox, the hot pink one, you know what color I'm talking about. That is exactly the color that it comes out. Like, exactly. Okay, so if you have either of those things, you know that. So, if not, I'm sorry. Go look at it on the internet, because they have better pictures than me. But the violet, okay, here's where it gets complicated, is on this side. I have this top section is dyed violet. And it's kind of, again, going to be kind of hard to see. Okay, I'm going to turn my head this way. I hope you can see. This section is dyed violet. It looks pretty close to the brown. Yeah, you can see. It looks pretty close to the brown, but it's not. It's dark, dark, dark purple. That is the Punky Color violet in 1428. I am a Punky Color Nazi now. My hair has been this color for a week, and I have not seen any fade. Any. None. Okay, so then, you already know, I used the purple on the top to about here, my ear. Then I thought, I really want blue hair, so I'm going to try blue because I really trust this dye. Okay, do you see blue on my hair right now? Just in case you're wondering, this is not blue. None of this is blue, right? This color right here, this like 2-inch section of what looks like fadey purple, is really this blue dye. And it's because I dyed it over pink and over brown. None of it was blonde underneath, because I didn't feel like going and getting a brand new bleach top if none of this worked. This stuff works amazing. So this is the Lagoon Blue, which if you dye it over pink, you're going to get that purpley color. If you dye it over bleached hair, I'm betting that I'm going to get a more lagoony blue. I will do an update when I use this on them. Here's what it looks like in the bottle. I've never used it as of straight blue. They have a turquoise, which is kind of the same color-ish. And that's a little bit brighter blue, so you probably get more of a blue result from that. On the bottom half-inch of my hair on this side, I used the same Flamingo Pink color from Jerome Russell Punky Color. I'm in love with this stuff. It costs $8, again, just in case you were on a different planet when I said it the first time, but it costs $8, which is less than my raw color would cost, and it's amazing. So it costs $8 for each of these tubs. It smells like purple popsicle, just so you know. This is what the blue, try not to spill out on myself or on my computer, but blue, that's what the blue looks like. The blue is pretty awesome, actually, and this dye is way, way thick, so if you're wondering, this is one of the thicker dyes, so it definitely is gonna last you. Smells like grape popsicle. That's what it looks like inside. I don't feel like taking the thing off of that one again. It's impossible to get those little sticky things off. So here's the pink, which is the real money. I'm going to fold my computer down on top of it so you can see it better. That's what it looks like. That, okay? So it's really, really pink. I'm going to do this really fast. That's what it looks like. So it's amazing. It's really, really, really thick. This is more like the consistency of glue. So, and I just got it all over me. All over. So if you're wondering why I have pink hands tomorrow, now you know. I use a tent brush from Sally's. This is like $3 at Sally Beauty Supply. The only thing that I don't like about it is I really, really, really have to wash it, and I'm seriously thinking about bleaching it or just buying a new brush because it gets this purple color and pink color on the ends of the brush all the time. It doesn't really like to come off. So, I would definitely buy one of these, spend the money on it. This is like an 1.5 inch one, I think. I'll show you up against my hand so you can judge for yourself. But I think it's an 1.5 inch one. They do have way wider ones, but it's unnecessary unless you're dyeing your whole head. And even if you are dyeing your whole head, some people like to use their fingers. I hate using my fingers, even in gloves. I use gloves. I use automotive gloves because they're thicker and they last longer and they're more than one use. I just got my little bowl thing from Sally's. I'm trying to think of any other detail. I tinfoil, so I tinfoil it. This side is 2 sections, and this side is 3 sections, just because of the shape of the way that she bleached it. That's all. I really love this Jerome Punky color. I would really, this is my suggestion. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Leave them in the comment bar.